Hollywood is full of famous names, famous faces, and legendary families. But some of the most surprising sibling connections in entertainment have been hiding in plain sight. Different last names, different generations, different careers. For years, audiences have watched these stars without ever realizing they share the same parents. From Oscar winners to chart-topping musicians, these are 30 Hollywood siblings you probably never knew were related. And trust me, some of these will shock you. Let's fix that. Number 1, and we are starting with one of the most extraordinary sibling secrets in Hollywood history. Warren Beatty and Shirley MacLaine are brother and sister, born in Virginia to the same parents. Both changed their names for showbiz. He from Henry Warren Beatty, she from Shirley MacLaine Beatty, which is one of the main reasons nobody puts them together. And here is the extraordinary part. They are one of the only sibling pairs in history where both have won Academy Awards. Warren won Best Director for Reds in 1982. Shirley won Best Actress for Terms of Endearment in 1983. Back-to-back years. The same parents in Virginia watching both their children win Oscars in consecutive ceremonies. That is not a Hollywood story. That is a miracle. Number 2. Jonah Hill and Beanie Feldstein are brother and sister. Jonah Hill was born Jonah Hill Feldstein. He dropped his last name for showbiz and has never fully explained why. Beanie kept the family name. He starred in Superbad and received 2 Academy Award nominations. She starred in Booksmart and Lady Bird and conquered Broadway as Fanny Brice in Funny Girl. He got a tattoo of her name on his arm to celebrate her Broadway debut. He showed up at her movie premiere wearing a jacket that simply said Beanie's brother on the back. Different last names, same parents, same extraordinary comic DNA, and one of the most wholesome sibling relationships in Hollywood. Number 3. Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez are brothers, both sons of legendary actor Martin Sheen. Emilio kept the family name Estevez. Charlie took their father's stage name Sheen. They appeared together in Platoon in 1986 and separately became 2 of the most recognizable faces of 1980s. Hollywood, The Breakfast Club, The Mighty Ducks, 2.5 Men, Apocalypse Now. Same parents, same Virginia roots. 2 completely different last names and 2 completely different careers that audiences have followed for 40 years without necessarily realizing they share a family dinner table. Number 4, and this one has an extraordinary twist. Lily Allen and Alfie Allen are sister and brother. Before Alfie Allen became globally famous as Theon Greyjoy in Game of Thrones, before millions of people knew his face, his sister Lily Allen wrote and released a pop song titled Alfie. It was about him, specifically about his habit of sitting at home doing nothing with his life. The song was a worldwide hit. He was 20 years old, and his sister had just released a chart-topping song telling the entire world he was being lazy. He then went and became one of the most discussed characters in the most watched television series on Earth. The song aged in the most extraordinary way possible. Number 5. Blake Lively and Robin Lively are half-sisters. The age gap between them is 15 years, which is a significant part of why audiences have never connected the 2 names. Blake became the face of Gossip Girl for a generation of viewers in 2007. Robin had already been a teenage star for the previous generation. She starred in the cult classic Teen Witch in 1989 and in Twin Peaks, 15 years apart. 2 completely different eras of television. Same mother, and by both their accounts, best friends. Number 6. Kate Mara and Rooney Mara are sisters, and their family background is almost more extraordinary than their careers. Their father's side of the family founded the New York Giants American football franchise. Their mother's side founded the Pittsburgh Steelers. They grew up in Bedford, New York, as heirs to two of the most valuable sports dynasties in America, and both chose acting. Kate starred in House of Cards. Rooney received Academy Award nominations for The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and Carol, two sisters, 2 Oscar nominations, 2 NFL dynasties in the bloodline. That is a family that simply does not produce ordinary people. Number 7. Chris Evans, Captain America, one of the biggest stars in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, has a younger brother named Scott Evans, who is also an actor. Scott has appeared in Grace and Frankie on Netflix and played a police officer in One Life to Live. If Scott were not an actor, he has said he would have wanted to be a homicide detective. The brothers are famously close. They have documented their ongoing scare competition on social media in videos that have been viewed millions of times. One brother is Captain America. The other is chasing him around their parents' house with Halloween masks. Same family, same sense of humor, completely different levels of fame. Number 8. Jason Bateman and Justine Bateman are brother and sister, and both launched their television careers in the 1980s simultaneously. Jason began on Little House on the Prairie and Silver Spoons. Justine got her breakthrough on Family Ties. 2 siblings, 2 different hit shows. At the same time, Jason went on to Arrested Development and Ozark. Justine has appeared across numerous television productions and even made a cameo on Arrested Development in an episode packed with inside jokes about their real sibling relationship. They have been in the public eye together for nearly 40 years, and the connection still surprises people. Number 9. Fred Savage and Ben Savage are brothers, and their parallel television careers are one of the most unusual coincidences in the history of American family entertainment. Fred starred in The Wonder Years. Ben starred in Boy Meets World. The shows overlapped in the early 1990s. 2 brothers from the same bedroom in the same house, both growing up on camera as the lead of their own beloved coming-of-age series at the same time. Fred has said there was never any rivalry. He described it as the opposite. He was relieved to have someone in the next room who, number 10, Liev Schreiber and Pablo Schreiber are half-brothers. Liev is known for the lead role in Ray Donovan and a Tony Award-winning theater career. Pablo is known for Orange is the New Black, American Gods, and playing Master Chief in the Halo series. Same surname, both prominent television actors. And yet audiences who watch both have rarely connected the names. They share a father and have both spoken about how the other's career has influenced their own approach to the industry. 2 half-brothers, 2 Tony-caliber careers in different corners of the same industry. Number 11. Florence Pugh, Oscar-nominated for Little Women, globally recognized from Midsommar, Black Widow, and Oppenheimer, has a brother named Toby Sebastian who played Trystane Martell in Game of Thrones. She is now one of the most celebrated actresses of her generation. He built a career across major productions. Both grew up in a family that actively encouraged creative expression. Florence has spoken about how her family's support of artistic ambition was the single most important factor in her confidence as a performer. That support came from the same household that produced a Game of Thrones actor. Number 12. And this one involves one of the most deliberate cover-ups in Hollywood history. Nicolas Cage was born Nicholas Kim Coppola. His uncle is Francis Ford Coppola, director of The Godfather. His cousin is Sofia Coppola, director of Lost in Translation, and one of the most acclaimed filmmakers of her generation. He changed his surname specifically to avoid the appearance of nepotism, taking the name Cage from the Marvel Comics character Luke Cage. He wanted to succeed entirely on his own merit. He then went on to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for Leaving Las Vegas. His cousin Sofia won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay. The Coppola family simply produces Oscar winners, regardless of which name they use. Number 13. Jenny McCarthy and Melissa McCarthy are cousins, and the shared last name is one of the few clues that most audiences have completely missed. Jenny became famous through MTV and modeling and became one of the most recognizable personalities of the 1990s. Melissa built one of the most critically respected comedy careers in Hollywood, earning Academy Award nominations for Bridesmaids and Can You Ever Forgive Me? Both have a propensity for fearless, physical, unapologetic comedy that clearly comes from the same place, same family, different corners of entertainment, the same instinct for getting a laugh. Number 14. Kate Hudson and Wyatt Russell are half-siblings, and Goldie Hawn is the mother of both. Kate's father is musician Bill Hudson. Wyatt's father is Kurt Russell, who has been Goldie Hawn's partner for over 4 decades. Kate starred in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and built one of the most beloved romantic comedy careers of her generation. Wyatt is a former professional ice hockey player who transitioned to acting and starred in The Falcon, in The Winter Soldier, and Monarch, Legacy of Monsters. Same mother, different fathers. One Olympic-level athlete turned Marvel actor. One rom-com icon. Goldie Hawn produced both of them. That is a remarkable result. Number 15. And the midpoint of our list deserves one of its most extraordinary entries. Emma Roberts and Julia Roberts are niece and aunt. Julia Roberts is one of the most celebrated actresses in Hollywood history. Pretty Woman, Erin Brockovich, Ocean's 11. Emma Roberts, Julia's brother Eric Roberts' daughter, has built her own substantial career across American Horror Story and multiple film and television productions. Julia has spoken about being Emma's mentor. Emma has spoken about the unique experience of growing up with the world's most famous aunt. The Pretty Woman actress and the American Horror Story star share a bloodline, and the talent clearly runs in the family. Number 16. Dakota Fanning and Elle Fanning are sisters, and this one most people actually do know. But what makes it extraordinary is the parallel nature of their achievements. Dakota received a Screen Actors Guild nomination at 8 years old, the youngest in history. Ella received Golden Globe nominations and starred in The Great as Catherine the Great across multiple critically acclaimed seasons. 2 sisters, both at the absolute top of their profession. Both started before most children start secondary school. Their parents produced 2 of the most gifted actresses of their generation and raised them in the same house. Number 17. Jason Sudeikis, creator and star of Ted Lasso, one of the most beloved television comedies of the last decade, is the nephew of George Wendt. George Wendt played Norm Peterson in Cheers for 11 seasons, one of the most iconic supporting characters in the history of American television. Nobody pulls up a bar stool at the end of a long day and thinks about the connection between Ted Lasso and Norm from Cheers. But the man who created the most optimistic coach in television history learned something about comedy from watching his uncle occupy that bar stool for 11 years. Number 18. Penelope Cruz and Monica Cruz are sisters, and in Spain, where both are household names, this is widely known. In the English-speaking world, the connection surprises almost everyone. Penelope is an Academy Award winner known globally from Vicky Cristina Barcelona, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Marriage Story. Monica is an accomplished actress and flamenco dancer who has appeared in major Spanish productions and in the international series The Pillars of the Earth. They are so physically similar that they have been described as lookalikes. Penelope Cruz, one of the most recognizable faces on Earth, has a sister who shares that face and has built her own extraordinary career with it. Number 19. Vanessa Hudgens became one of the most recognizable faces of her generation through High School Musical, and her younger sister, Stella Hudgens, is also an actress who has appeared in multiple television series. The sisters are 7 years apart and have spoken openly about their closeness. Vanessa has called Stella the kindest and most supportive person in her life. In an industry that can be isolating and competitive, having a sibling who genuinely understands the specific pressures of the entertainment world from the inside is something that money and fame cannot manufacture. Number 20. Zoe Kravitz is the daughter of Lenny Kravitz, rock legend and Grammy winner, and Lisa Bonet, who played Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show, one of the most watched television programs of the 1980s. Her stepfather is Jason Momoa, Aquaman. She starred as Catwoman in The Batman opposite Robert Pattinson and received enormous critical praise. She grew up with a Grammy-winning rock musician father, an iconic television actress mother, and Aquaman as her stepfather. And she then went out and became Catwoman through her own talent. That family tree is almost impossible to believe. Number 21. Kate Hudson has an older brother named Oliver Hudson, who is also an actor, known from Rules of Engagement, Nashville, and Scream Queens. The siblings are extremely close and have spoken about the unusual bond of growing up with Goldie Hawn as their mother, a woman who is simultaneously one of Hollywood's most beloved stars and simply their mom. Oliver has said that watching Kate navigate enormous fame has been one of the most instructive experiences of his life. Two siblings from the same extraordinary household. One became the biggest rom-com star of her generation. The other built a quietly impressive television career in her shadow. Number 22. Colin Hanks is Tom Hanks' son and has spent his entire career navigating what that means. He has appeared in Fargo, Band of Brothers, Orange is the New Black, and multiple film productions. He shares his father's warmth and naturalistic screen presence. What is extraordinary is the degree to which he has resisted trading on the connection, building a real career through genuine work rather than the reflected light of the most celebrated actor of his generation. Tom Hanks has said that watching Colin find his own way has been one of the great pleasures of his life as a parent. Number 23. Kiefer Sutherland, Jack Bauer of 24, one of the most iconic action heroes in television history, has a daughter named Sarah Sutherland who plays Catherine on Veep, one of the most acclaimed political comedies ever made. Both are working television actors on significant productions simultaneously. The acting talent that produced Jack Bauer produced a Veep regular. Kiefer's own father is Donald Sutherland, which means 3 consecutive generations of the Sutherland family have produced major screen actors. The family has been in front of cameras continuously for over 60 years. Number 24. Maya Hawke, known from Stranger Things as Robin and from several critically acclaimed independent films, is the daughter of Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke. Her mother is one of the most iconic figures of 1990s cinema, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill. Her father received Academy Award nominations for Before Sunrise and Training Day. Maya was signed as a model before she was an actress and has since built a genuine acting and music career entirely on her own terms. She did not need the connection to get through the door, but the door was opened by 2 of the most remarkable performers of their generation, and she walked through it as herself. Number 25. Lorde, born Ella Yelich O'Connor, is one of the most acclaimed and distinctive voices in contemporary pop music. Her younger sister, India Yelich O'Connor, is also a singer-songwriter and published poet. India released her own music and wrote a poetry collection titled Sticky Notes. The 2 sisters grew up in New Zealand with parents who clearly fostered an environment where creative expression was not just permitted, but encouraged as the primary language of the household. Lorde rewrote the rules of teenage pop music at 16 years old. Her sister followed with her own voice entirely. Some families just produce artists. Number 26. Sofia Vergara spent 11 seasons as Gloria Delgado Pritchett on Modern Family, one of the highest paid actresses on American television for multiple consecutive years. Her younger sister, Sandra Vergara, is also an actress who has appeared on CSI and Nip/Tuck and worked as a model and entertainment television host. Both grew up in Barranquilla, Colombia, and both built careers in American entertainment. Sofia became one of the most recognizable faces on American television. Sandra built a quieter but genuine career alongside her. The Vergara family produced 2 women who both made it in Hollywood, which is a remarkable achievement by any measure. Number 27. Rumer Willis is the daughter of Demi Moore and Bruce Willis, 2 of the defining stars of 1990s Hollywood: Ghost, G.I. Jane, Die Hard, Pulp Fiction. Her parents are responsible for some of the most iconic images of that decade. Rumer has built her own career in acting and won Dancing with the Stars in its 20th season. She also made an emotional revelation on that program about her personal journey with self-acceptance that moved the entire country. She is not trying to be either of her parents. She is very specifically trying to be herself, which, given the scale of the comparison, requires extraordinary courage. Number 28, and this one has a twist that nobody sees coming. Rachel McAdams is one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses. Mean Girls, The Notebook, Spotlight, Doctor Strange. Her sister, Kayleen McAdams, is a professional makeup artist. And not just any makeup artist. Kayleen has worked on Rachel's face professionally, as well as on the faces of Amy Poehler, Natalie Portman, and many other major stars. The actress and the makeup artist. The same parents, the same childhood. And careers that are not only different, but literally complementary. Rachel acts in the film. Kayleen prepares her for it. That is a sibling relationship that is genuinely one of a kind. Number 29. Sabrina Carpenter, whose song Espresso became one of the most inescapable pop hits of 2024, is the niece of Nancy Cartwright. Nancy Cartwright has voiced Bart Simpson since The Simpsons premiered in 1989. She has played the same character continuously for 35 years and counting. Sabrina Carpenter is one of the most streamed pop artists on earth right now. Her aunt has been saying, "Eat my shorts" on television since before Sabrina was born. Nancy Cartwright has clarified that she is not a blood relative, but that the family connection is real and the bond is genuine. Pop's biggest new star, the voice of the most famous cartoon child alive. Same family table. Number 30. And we close our list with a legacy that spans over 6 decades of cinema and television. Donald Sutherland was one of the most celebrated actors of his generation. MASH, Ordinary People, The Hunger Games. He passed away in June 2024 at 88 years old, one of the last great figures of the classical Hollywood era. His son, Kiefer Sutherland, spent 9 seasons as Jack Bauer in 24, and has continued to build a remarkable career in both acting and music. Father and son. 2 completely different eras of Hollywood. The same surname carried with equal distinction across generations. Donald Sutherland is gone now, but the career he built and the son he raised are both permanent parts of cinema history. 30 sibling connections. Hidden in plain sight for years. Some of them share a surname. Some of them share an Oscar stage, and some of them share a makeup chair. Drop a comment right now. Which one shocked you the most? Because I genuinely want to know. Subscribe to Lifestyle TV 2.0, hit the notification bell, and we will see you in the next one.